Hey, Sophie. I just got done with my shift.
Hey, Carl.
Did you sign the marriage certificate yet?
Yeah, a while ago. Now we just need to take it to the courthouse. About that, though, I'm pretty busy right now. Would it be okay to wait a few weeks?
I'm busy too, but I want to get married as soon as possible, Sophie.
Okay, well then how about we coordinate our schedules so we can go there together?
You're just an office worker, Sophie. You have no reason to be tired after work. I'm working the night shift at a construction site. I'd rather not have to go all the way out there before my shift or on my day off. Can't you just go by yourself? And today was super rough, too. I really just want to go to bed now.
Well, I guess I see where you're coming from. Our apartment is pretty far from the courthouse.
If possible, could you do it this week? We're already living together and all.
I'll check my schedule and see if there's a day I can do it. But this is a super busy time for me, so I can't make any guarantees. Carl! I'd rather say this on the phone, but I know you're at work, so I'm sending this by line. My dad's condition took a turn for the worse, so I'm leaving work early to go down to my parents' house to pick up my mom and go to the hospital. I'm gonna have to help Mom out with a lot of stuff now, so I'm probably gonna stay there for a couple of nights. I'd appreciate if you could stop by whenever you get a chance. I'll talk to you later. Carl, I sent you both a line message and a voicemail about my dad. Why didn't you come by the house for the visitation? You haven't even been by to give my mom your condolences. If something's up, I wish you'd tell me. How am I supposed to know what's going on if you don't say anything? I'll come by the apartment to see you this afternoon. Hey, Carl. I just got to the station. I'll be there in about 10 minutes.
Wow, you're finally coming back? Took you long enough.
Carl! My dad just died and you haven't even sent me a text. What is going on with you? What have you been doing? Are you alright? Are you sick or something? Is that why you didn't come to the funeral?
Yeah, I'm sick alright. Sick of being married to you.
Huh? Carl, what are you saying?
I want a divorce. I taped the divorce papers to the front door. So take them to the courthouse when you leave.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
I don't believe you. You taped the divorce papers to the front door? What if someone came by and saw them? Why couldn't you at least put them inside the apartment?
Glad to see you picked up the divorce papers. Now hurry up and submit them. Oh, and by the way, don't go spending my share of your dad's inheritance on anything stupid, got it?
Huh? Inheritance? No way. I thought it was odd timing how you pushed for us to get married quickly after my dad went in the hospital, so I was suspicious, but you were really just after my dad's inheritance?
So what if I was? We're divorcing now, so I don't care what you think about me anymore. Hey, think of it this way. Now you see the kind of guy I really am. Doesn't that make you want to hurry up and divorce me?
You're absolutely right. I'm utterly revolted by you. Let's break up.
Okay, well let me know when the inheritance money comes through.
Why?
Were you not paying attention? We may be divorcing now, but when your dad died, I was your husband, right? So like I said, don't go spending my share on anything stupid.
Wow, you really don't know, do you?
Know what?
You're not getting anything.
Huh?
My dad didn't leave a will, so only his legal heirs are entitled to receive any share of his estate.
Yeah, and I'm your husband, and your dad's son-in-law.
And? His only legal heirs are my mom, my sister, and me.
So that means...
You're not getting a cent. You're not an heir.
No way!
This is pretty common knowledge. It's pretty crazy you didn't know this, seeing as you only married me for my inheritance.
Well, in any case, I still get my share when we divide up our assets. I know your dad's estate was massive. He was worth millions. So, even if it's divided between the three of you, you're still set to receive a massive payout. I'll take half of that, which should be at least a couple $100,000.
Did you do any research before you hatched this plot of yours? Inheritance isn't subject to division during a divorce.
No! Come on!
You're terrible at evil plots, Carl.
This sucks! What was the point of even marrying you?
I hate to break it to you, but we were never actually married.
Really?
I never submitted the marriage certificate.
You didn't? I told you to take care of it last week!
Yes, and I told you that I was incredibly busy at work and wasn't sure I was going to be able to or not. Didn't you think I would have told you if I did?
God, this sucks.
Boy, I sure was lucky you're such a lazy moron. You shoving it off onto me is the only thing that kept me from having to deal with lawyers and courts and all that nonsense during the divorce proceedings.
I'm not a moron!
My dad must be watching out for me from heaven.
How could you do this to me? We were supposed to get married!
What? What on earth do you mean?
You know what I mean! We were engaged!
In any case, don't come to the apartment tonight. This apartment is in your name, so you can keep it. I'll clear out my stuff tonight, so don't come back until tomorrow morning.
Hold on a minute! So, how much money am I getting from you?
None!
Come on! Give me something!
No! Bye!
Hey! What's up with this bill you sent me? Why do I have to pay you $50,000?
I think my lawyer will give you more information soon. But you were cheating on me, weren't you?
Oh, that. But we were never officially married, right? Doesn't count!
The law says I can sue you because you were my fiancé.
Unreal.
Oh, and since we were also planning the wedding, there was a cancellation fee of 20% of the estimate, as well as fees to the venue, caterer, etc.
So I gotta pay that too?
Additionally, you withdrew money from my savings account while I was at my parents' house for my dad's funeral, didn't you?
You knew about that?
I have no idea when you figured out what my security key was, and I guess I should have been more careful. But that's my money and I want it back. Every last cent, got it? That all adds up to $50,000.
Hold on!
What now?
I'm actually in a lot of debt.
Yep, and you were trying to use my savings to pay off as much of it as you could before the breakup, right?
You knew about that?
Did you think I was just gonna give you a quick and easy split without taking what's mine?
Kinda.
Chalk that up as yet another one of your embarrassing miscalculations. I'm having your parents keep track of where you're living and what you're doing, so there's no running away from this. You owe me $50,000 and you will pay every last cent.
Give me a break, Sophie! I'm gonna have to take out more debt now! Hey, Sophie! What the hell is going on?
Oh, hi, Carl. It's been a while. What's up?
I'm at your parents' house right now!
Why?
Who's that guy, Sophie? How could you betray me like this?
What are you on about? It's been over a year since we broke up, Carl.
Just tell me who that guy is!
Wait, I think you're at my parents' old house.
Old house?
We sold the house.
You did?
My sister and her husband ended up taking over my dad's company, so my mom decided to go and live with them. Since no one would be living there anymore, it didn't make any sense to just let it sit there collecting dust. So we had a realtor sell it for us. We found a buyer surprisingly quickly. So I could only imagine that guy that you're referring to is the person who bought the house from us and is living there now.
Oh. Oh no. This is bad.
What did you do, Carl?
I, thought you guys still lived there, so I went to the wine cellar and drank some of the vintage wine.
You did what?
Then that guy came running down from the main floor and started yelling at me. So I ran and locked myself in the bathroom. I thought maybe we could make up and get back together.
What were you thinking? I will never get back together with you.
But you were saying on Twitter that you wanted to get back together with your old boyfriend.
I don't use Twitter, Craig.
But the account was Sophie.
Do you think I'm the only Sophie in the world? That wasn't my account.
No way!
Also, do you have any idea how expensive the vintage wine you drank was? How much did you drink?
A bottle. Or two.
Well, I hope you're ready to pay up.
Oh no. Does this mean I'm gonna have to take out more debt again?
Not my problem.
Can I borrow some money from you, Sophie?
I can't believe I forgot to block you a year ago.
Sophie, no!
Carl paid the $50,000 I demanded he pay, so I thought I was finally rid of him. But Carl went berserk over this Sophie account on Twitter that he thought was me. The police ended up getting called and everything. It was a huge deal. Also, it turned out the wine Carl drank was a very special vintage wine worth over $20,000. And he paid the new owner of the house a lump sum for that, as well as the broken window he got in from. I have no idea how he managed to come up with the money, but his parents told me in their regular reports that he's a bigger problem than we're able to deal with, so we handed him over to his financer. I have no idea what that could mean. But then again, I don't particularly want to know, so I decided to forget about the whole thing.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Annie. I hate beating around the bush, so I'll get straight to the point. Karen, what is it? It's about your husband, Arthur. As much as it pains me to say this. Oh, who am I kidding? It doesn't pain me at all to say this. You're acting really weird. Could you just tell me what this is about, please? Arthur is mine now. And we just got out of our hotel room after an evening of, well, I think you know. Let me get this straight, Karen. Are you telling me right now that you're having an affair with my husband? That's right. Actually, it's been just about a year since we started seeing each other. We're deeply in love. How did you even meet Arthur? Oh, it's a simple story, really. I started working at Arthur's company, that's all. And since I've got nothing to hide anymore, I may as well tell you that I had every intention to make him mine from the moment I applied. I'm just as gifted in the workplace as I am in the bedroom, so I was a shoo-in for the position. And that was precisely what made Arthur go head over heels for me. Oh, Annie, if only you were more of a woman, then maybe it wouldn't have been so easy to take Arthur from you. Is there more to this conversation, or is that all you wanted to say? What's up with that reaction? You've told me that you've been having an affair with my husband for a year, so is that it? You met, you slept with him, and now you're telling me about it? I've got all that, so let's keep this conversation moving forward, if you don't mind. You're something else, Annie. You said you hate beating around the bush, right? Well, so do I. Oh. All right, fine. Have it your way. So anyway, early next month, I'll be taking a week off from work. Would you like to know what I'll be doing? I'll be going on a week-long vacation with Arthur. I see. And while we're away, I need someone to look after my 3 kids. And since you're just a housewife, I thought I could just have you take care of them. Huh? While you were planning this big reveal to me, do you honestly think that I would just agree to babysit your kids while you sleep with my husband? You have no choice but to say yes. Why? Because I'm a strong, independent woman who successfully balanced a high-achieving career and being a single mother. And you're nothing but a housewife. Any time you'd like to start making sense would be great, Karen. You made a pretty big leap in reasoning there, and I'm going to have to ask you to show your work. Wow, Annie, I had no idea you were so dull. You still have no idea what sort of position you're in, do you? What position would that be? Your days as the pampered and spoiled housewife of a rich and successful entrepreneur are about to come to an abrupt end. Your beautiful little house of cards is about to come tumbling down. And when it does, you're in for an extremely hard awakening when you hit rock bottom. Let me see if I've got this straight. You're saying that if I divorce my husband, that I'll have no one to take care of me since I don't work? Are you threatening me? Threatening? Heavens, no. I would never dream of threatening you, Annie. I'm giving you some valuable information. Reality apparently hasn't set in for you yet, so let me be clear. If you don't want to find yourself a divorced woman with nowhere to go and no one to help you, then be a good little girl and look after my kids while we're away. Got it? Let me repeat. Did you really think that this little game of yours would work on me? Obviously, yeah. I think that any rational person in your position would realize you've been totally defeated and just do exactly as I say. What do you say, Annie? You'll look after my kids for me, right? Not a chance. Excuse me? There's not a snowball's chance in hell that I'm gonna look after my husband's mistress's kids while they're out on a romantic getaway. You'll have to hire a babysitter or something. I'm not doing it. You are unbelievable, Annie. Do you still think you're in any position to be saying no to me? You don't want to get divorced, do you? Think about your daughter. If you don't want the both of you to get kicked to the curb, penniless and hopeless, then do what I say and watch my kids during our vacation. Hey, Jack, got a minute?
Sure. Annie? What's up?
There's been some activity from you-know-who concerning you-know-what, and we need to move fast. Are you good to go?
Wow. From the sound of things, this is pretty serious. The last we talked, you were planning on waiting until your daughter's summer vacation was over.
Yeah, this can't wait that long anymore. We gotta move soon. And by soon, I mean by next month.
Sheesh.
Can you do it?
Well, I mean, from my position, it's really a the sooner the better type of thing. But good grief, what happened?
It looks like Arthur's punishment is going to come sooner than I expected.
Go on.
Earlier this afternoon, Arthur's mistress texted me personally and blew the lid on their whole affair.
No way! For real?
It gets worse. She said that she and Arthur are going on a week-long vacation early next month, and, get this, she's now demanding that I take care of her 3 kids for her while they're away.
What?
I was originally planning to hold off for a bit longer, but now that my daughter could get involved, I think the time for holding off is over.
Holy smokes. What is that woman's problem? Like, is she clinically insane?
It wouldn't surprise me at all if she was, but in all honesty, I think that rather than mental illness, her real problem is just that she's an amoral, home-wrecking, slimy harlot with absolutely no conscience.
Oof. Don't hold back. Tell me what you really think about her.
Oh, don't worry. I have no intentions of holding back or looking after her kids. After all, I'm really not in as weak of a position as she thinks I am. Quite the contrary, she's so blissfully unaware of what's really going on and what I have in store for her. To be honest, I feel kind of bad for her.
Ha! Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in her position right now either. Alright then. Let's meet up at my house to discuss the specifics of where we go from here. Can you come over on Saturday?
Is it all right if I bring my daughter along with me?
Yeah. My wife's going to be taking our son over to her folks' place for the day, so we'll just have your daughter go along with them.
Thanks. I'll talk to her personally when I can, but please give her my thanks in advance, will you?
Just did. She says, don't mention it. I'm glad to help.
All right, so Saturday at 10 a.m.? Does that sound okay?
Got it. Let me know if there's anything you need me to prepare in advance.
Thanks, Jack. See you Saturday. Hey there, Annie. Arthur and I are leaving for our vacation tomorrow. When will you be coming to pick up my kids? I'm pretty sure I already told you I'm not babysitting for you. Oh, please, Annie. Give up the ghost. You're not fooling anyone. You know just as well as I do that you can't say no to me. Honestly, I don't care if you get divorced or not. It's all the same to me. Either way, Arthur is still mine, and you're still a loser. But as long as you're married, we'll always have a babysitter to take care of my kids for me, which means I'll have more free time to spend with my Arthur. So, Annie, like I said, I'm a superior woman to you in every way, and if I wanted, I could make Arthur divorce you anytime I want. It's out of the kindness of my heart that I'm allowing you to stay married to him. For now. Oh, would you look at the time? We need to get going. I'll just drop my kids off at the curb in front of your house. You can handle things from there. Make sure you feed them some proper meals, okay? Karen, I told you I am not taking care of your kids. And I told you, unless you want your sweet little daughter thrown out on the streets, yes, you are. No, I literally cannot babysit your kids. I have to work today. What? I'm not a housewife anymore. I have work today, so I sent my daughter over to my parents' house to look after her until the evening. And they'll have their hands full with her. They can't look after your kids, too. What? So what, you got yourself some part-time job? A janitor or something? Nope, I'm actually a regular full-time employee. In your dreams, what company would hire some housewife like you? What skills could you possibly have to offer them? So yeah, I'll drop my kids off in front of your place. See you in a week. Annie, where are you and where are my kids? Oh, hello, Karen. I see you made it back from your vacation. Obviously! I just came to pick up my kids. But Arthur said that all of your and your daughter's things are completely gone. The house is empty. What on earth is going on? Where are my kids? Don't tell me you just abandoned them out on the street. Nah, don't worry. I'd never do a thing like that. Don't tell me not to worry. Where are my kids? Your kids should be all safe and sound at your ex-husband's place. What? My ex-husband? Yeah, I figured that since they're his kids too, that he'd like to know what was going on with them. It just so happens that the husband of a friend of mine used to work with your ex and still had his phone number. So he gave me your ex-husband's phone number and I gave him a call. What did you do, Annie? Me? I didn't do anything. But as for your ex, as soon as he got to my house and saw that you actually did just abandon them on our front lawn, he put them right into his car and took them back to his house with him. No! How could you do this to me? Again, I didn't do anything. However, your husband will likely be suing you for custody over what you did. So I would recommend getting a lawyer and preparing to pay out money and child support. You monster! Who do you think you are? Fine, that does it. I'm going to make Arthur divorce you, so I recommend you get a lawyer if you can afford one. Is that so? You'll soon learn that you should have simply shut up and done what you were told. While you were enjoying your pampered existence as a housewife, I was out there in the real world making something of myself. Now you're going to see exactly what a cruel place the real world is. Did you not see me say I'm a full-time employee? Oh yeah, I saw your lies. Listen, Karen, I guess you didn't know this, but the reason I was a full-time housewife for about a year was just an issue of timing and circumstances. What is that supposed to mean? When I made the decision to resign from my old company, I was already planning to work with my brother Jack, who was in the process of starting up his own company. But due to a number of circumstances within the company and the industry overall, that company ended up going bankrupt before I actually resigned. Unfortunately, my brother wasn't quite ready to launch his company when that happened, and my daughter had just started kindergarten to boot. So I figured that rather than get some random job at a place with the intent to quit that job in less than a year, I would spend that free time studying up to obtain some new certifications I would need to work with my brother's company. And I just passed my final tests last month. And so, as of last week, I am officially an employee at my brother's company. I see. Originally, I wasn't planning to start work there for another few months, but since you decided to enact your brilliant scheme of threatening me with divorce if I didn't watch your kids while you slept with my husband, I talked to my brother and had him move up our plans a few months. Okay. I really do feel bad about petty issues between adults having an impact on my daughter, but to be fully honest, she never really liked her father anyway. On the other hand, she always loved my parents, and now that we've moved in with them, she is absolutely thrilled to be able to play with her grandma and grandpa every day. So, it's probably better for her this way. So, you mean... Yep, you guessed it. Thanks for your advice about getting a lawyer, but I actually already had one. And he's now hard at work on a lawsuit against my husband for his affair. And of course, you'll be getting served as well, so be prepared for that. No! Oh, and one more thing. Arthur's getting fired as president of his company. He is? I was never involved with his company, so I don't know the specifics, but word on the street is he repeatedly broke the ethics rules that he himself set for the company's executives. Ironic, huh? Wait, hold on. This can't be happening. None of this was supposed to happen. Everything was going according to plan. How could things possibly turn out this badly for me? You know, there's a word for what's happening to you right now. What is it? Karma. In any case, there's no point in me continuing this conversation with you, so I'll go ahead and take my leave here. You'll be hearing from my lawyer within a few days with all the details of my lawsuit against you. Can't we talk about this like adults? Nope. Bye. Arthur and I got divorced a month after that. I sued the both of them for their affair and won a hefty judgment. I also sued Arthur for child support, so he'll be on the hook for that until she's 18. Not long after that, Arthur was removed from his post as president of his company. He inherited that position from his father, who founded the company, and he was so furious that he's now forcing Arthur to make ends meet as a day laborer in the company's factory. As for Karen, she lost custody of all 3 kids to her ex-husband, and the shoe's on the other foot now. She's the one who will have to pay child support to him. Word about her illicit affair with the now former president, my ex-husband, spread throughout the company, and after a while she couldn't stand being the subject of constant ridicule and quit her job. Karen holed herself up in her apartment for a few weeks after that, but her parents came along to slap some sense into her and got her a job somewhere with company housing close to the office. Apparently, she actually is an incredibly talented worker, so if she can just manage to fix her atrocious personality and lack of morals, she might actually be able to turn her life around. But frankly, I'm not too optimistic about that.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
This is Freya's number, right? My name's Beth.
Beth? I'm not sure I know a Beth.
Yes, Beth.
I don't mean to be rude, but who are you? And why are you messaging me out of the blue like this?
Huh? You really don't know who I am?
There's no Beth among my friends or colleagues, so yes, I can only conclude I don't know you.
Are you serious? You don't know me? Did you hit your head or something?
Must you insist on not telling me who you are? We'll never get anywhere like this.
Oh, you speak like a nerd.
I don't mind if I sound like a nerd one bit. If you refuse to get to the point, we have nothing further to discuss.
No, wait. Fine, I'll get to the point. You gave birth to Zach's baby, right? I saw it on Facebook.
You know my page?
I tracked you down by looking through Zach and his friends' lists.
I see.
Anyway, a nice job on the birth. You did great. I'll be coming to collect Zach and his son now.
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Which part did you not get?
It's only natural to request elucidation when presented with such an outlandish statement, is it not? Why would I hand over my husband and son to some stranger messaging me out of the blue?
You're the stranger here.
I don't follow.
Don't get me wrong. Do appreciate you giving birth to Zach's son for me, but I'll be taking them now.
What? Why would I give you my newborn baby and husband? They have nothing to do with you, and you're making no sense.
It's not going into that thick skull of yours, is it? The baby's been born now, so you outlived your use. Thanks for that. But I'll be taking over from here. We don't need you anymore. You're fired. Make this easy on yourself. Just hand over Zach and the baby and get out of the house.
Are you insane?
You still don't get it? I think you might actually be lacking in brain cells.
I'm pretty sure that's my line. What the heck do you think gives you the right to demand I give you my newborn baby and husband?
Isn't it obvious? I'm his real wife.
What?
I can't have kids on my own, but you must know how Zach needed to produce a successor to take over his dad's company. Which is why we had you act as a surrogate for us.
A surrogate? What the?
Aw, sorry to say it, but that means we're done with you now. Thanks for laying the groundwork for me, Zach, and our little one to live out the rest of our lives in happiness. But I'll be taking up the wheel from here, so you need to hurry up and get out of the car, if you catch my drift. By that, I mean he's divorcing you. LOL. Oh, yeah. That reminds me, I have to thank Zach for his efforts in tolerating you all this time so me and him could realize our dream of having a baby. We have our entire future to discuss. Hey, Zachykins. Long time no see. It's me, Beth.
Huh? Beth? Hi, yeah. It's been a while. Did I forget to block you? Bye.
Hey, wait. Don't be like that. Is that any way to speak to your future wife?
What the hell are you talking about? We broke up 5 years ago. I have a wife and kid now.
Yep, I know.
You knew, but you're still messaging me with this crap?
Obviously. Of all the guys I've dated, you were number one. The kindest, the funniest, the best looking, the tallest, and you had the fattest wallet. I heard through the grapevine you just had a baby, so I thought this was the perfect chance to discuss getting married.
What the? How did you know?
I saw the birth announcement on Freya, your temporary wife's Facebook page.
How did you find her account?
Teehee, I'm quite resourceful when I want to be.
Don't worry, I sent her a text thanking her for everything she's done for us.
What? A text? How do you have her number?
So, get this. Just recently, I was speaking to Chris, one of mine and Freya's shared friends. I figured he'd have it, but when I asked, he said he didn't because they drifted apart. However, they were both still in an old group chat from way back. So we lifted it from there. Clever, right? I said I'd pay for all his drinks that evening if he gave me it. Suffice to say, I didn't need to ask him twice.
God damn it, Chris!
Anyway, shall we get down to business? When can I move in?
What?
What do you mean, what? You should be more enthusiastic about this. Now that Freya gave birth to our baby, you can get rid of her, right? What use is she now? If we leave it too long, the baby's gonna get attached to the wrong mom. We have to perform the mommy switch immediately. There's no time to waste.
What in God's name are you talking about? Cut it out! This isn't funny.
Good, because I'm not joking.
Freya is my wife, my kid's mother. You are neither. And you never will be.
What? OMG! Now that I think about it, you did marry her. What was it, 3 years ago? Uh-oh. You didn't develop feelings for her, did you?
What the hell kind of question is that? I married her precisely because I had feelings for her. Because that's how marriage works, isn't it? Our baby was born as a result of those feelings.
I guess it's not the weirdest thing in the world that you'd start to believe you had feelings for someone after 3 years together. Okay, it's decided. I'll be moving in with you this weekend.
What?
I'm gonna start getting ready straight away. Make sure you kick her out as soon as I get there, okay? It would just be awkward if we had a third wheel hanging around. Me, you, and our baby are gonna live happily ever after. It's time for our fairy tale to begin. My precious love pumpkin. You'll remember the feelings for me, and the flame of our passion will be reignited before you know it. I'm sure of it.
Do not come to our house!
Okay, baby. See you this weekend.
Freya? You didn't happen to get a weird message from a woman called Beth by any chance, did you?
Zach. Yes, I did. She said she's your real wife. She said I have to give her our baby. That I have to give her Matthew. I can't deny it, Zach. What she said terrified me. I locked myself in the bedroom with Matthew.
That woman! I can't believe she said all that crap to you. And barely 5 minutes after you've given birth.
Who is she?
She was one of the junior employees at the company I worked at before I changed jobs. For a time, she was my girlfriend.
What does "for a time" mean?
We only dated for 3 days. She started pestering me to buy her a $250 bag the day after she asked me out. She was so relentless that any interest I had in her basically disappeared straight away. The day after that, I found out she was cheating on me. I broke up with her on the spot. She begged me non-stop to get back with her for the whole 6 months until I left the company. It was so severe, I'm pretty sure I could have reported her to the cops for harassment.
I see. That explains a lot. Okay, I understand.
Do you believe me?
Of course I do, honey. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shocked at first. But when I calmed down and thought about what she was actually saying, I realized it was full of contradictions.
Contradictions?
First of all, she seemed to be completely unaware that your dad's company had gone bankrupt.
Really?
Yeah, she said you needed a son to inherit the business. When I realized that, it dawned on me that she probably also didn't know you married into my family and took my name.
I see. Anyway, I'm just happy you were able to keep such a cool head and think things through logically. I'm so sorry to drag you into my past, babe. I know this is the last thing you need right now.
Don't be silly, Zach. You have nothing to apologize for. Nothing you could have done would have prevented your psycho ex and this creepy baby-stealing crusade of hers.
Thank you. I feel a lot better hearing you say that. That said, I have absolutely no idea where she is or what she's gonna do, and she's clearly got a screw loose. So I think it would be best to take a few precautions just in case she does anything dangerous.
I couldn't agree more.
I just got off the train. I'll be home in 10 minutes.
Okay, got it.
Zach! It's me, your one and only soulmate, Beth! I just arrived. Where are you? You're not out, are you?
What? You seriously came?
Of course!
Didn't you say you were coming at the weekend?
Listen, about that. They stopped the water and gas supply at my apartment. All I did was forget to pay the bills for a few months. I mean, seriously, what kind of company does that? The landlord caught wind of it and kicked me out. I mean, seriously, what kind of landlord does that? Not like it matters though, cause I'm gonna be your wife starting from today.
Freya is my wife!
Sure, for now. I can't pretend it doesn't sting a little that you married another woman. But I know it was a necessary evil, and we were never gonna be able to have a baby if we didn't use her. So, I can live with it. You need to get rid of her ASAP though. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives! We can finally be together forever! Me, you, and our baby. Let's build a life full of warmth, love, and happiness.
By the way, where are you?
In front of your house, sweetie. I rang the doorbell, but you or Freya are nowhere to be seen.
We're both at home.
Huh? Really? Open the door then, silly. I'm gonna freeze out here.
That's strange. I can't see anyone outside.
What? You can't? That really is strange. This is the place your parents gave you, right?
Huh? Oh, my parents' place. Well, that explains it. That's not where we are.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't mind waiting. I'll be here till you get back, okay? Hey, Zach, where are you?
Why are you spam calling me?
I accidentally filed for marriage with your little brother!
What?
I got carried away in all the excitement and I didn't realize it was his name on the papers! So it all went down like this. I was waiting outside your parents' house when Jack and your parents came back, right? They were absolutely thrilled when I told them I came to marry their son. We were all in a great mood, so we decided to go to the registry office together straight away. I mean, no time like the present, right? But just as I was checking through the documents at reception after everything had been finalized, I realized the name written on the husband column wasn't Zach, but Jack! What am I supposed to do now? This can't be happening! Where does this leave our plan to live a happily ever after with our new baby? We have to do something!
Sorry, but this has nothing to do with me. Fix it yourself.
Why?
I'm not in contact with any of my family. I cut them out of my life way back.
Huh? What the? Why?
By the way, my brother Jack just got through his third divorce. My toxic parents have played favorites with us ever since we were kids. I always got treated like crap while the golden boy got showered with love and affection. He always got whatever he wanted. Not only that, but they have a habit of bullying and manipulating his wives financially. As a result, it became an established tradition for his wives to run away in secret in the middle of the night. Each and every one of them demanded compensation through the divorces for how horribly they were treated. Word of my parents' behavior made its way to my dad's company, and its reputation took an enormous hit, which it proved incapable of surviving. That's why it went bankrupt.
Your dad's company went bankrupt?
All he has left to show for the years of blood, sweat, and tears that went into building it now is debt, and lots of it.
Debt?
I gotta admit, I didn't think anyone would be crazy enough to marry into that family again. But needless to say, They didn't give up in their hunt for new victims, and if anything, probably stepped it into high gear after the bankruptcy. You showed up out of the blue offering your hand in marriage must have been a godsend to them. It's only natural they'd be over the moon. You should have been more specific about which son you meant.
Wait, what? No! You're my husband, not Jack! You! Save me quickly, please!
You know, it's funny. I don't think you're even aware, but this whole time, you've been harping on about the baby. You never once asked about its name or gender, did you? Come to think of it, you literally haven't shown an interest at all.
Huh?
It just proves that the baby was only ever a tool for you to get what you wanted and obtain your twisted vision of a happy life. Is there a man on Earth who'd want to marry a woman like that?
You do, right? It's you I want.
You know what? I'm just gonna block you. First of all, I cut the friend who leaked Freya's private information to my psycho ex out of my life after giving him hell for what he did. Both Freya and I changed our phone numbers, and we took all legal measures we possibly could. I'm already in the process of changing jobs again, and we plan on moving away before the end of this year. As for Beth, she now lives in a hellish world of her own creation. Jack and my parents, determined not to let bride number 4 escape, put in place a rigorous system of rules, restraints, and surveillance, not to mention took control of her bank account. On top of that, they're constantly reminding her of her duties and obligations to provide them with a grandchild and successor. I hear she still hasn't told them she has a genetic condition that makes her incapable of having children. I can't say I feel bad for her. They're all as bad as each other, and they all deserve everything they get. I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of entertaining watching it all play out from the sidelines.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Fern. I'm wondering if you could hurry it up and get that divorce, please. I only have a little while left before I need to have things start happening, so let's go. Excuse me? Who am I speaking to right now? It's me, Jewel. I happen to be the cute little girlfriend of your CEO husband. Do you have any clue that what you just said to me is very contradicting? And what about what I said was contradicting to you? Well, you just confessed to saying that you are going out with a married man right now, and you did so to his wife. You understand that's a big no-no to be going out with another woman's husband, don't you? Well, I'm sure in your average case, that's true, but he and I are totally in love with one another, so this is a bit different. Not cheating in any way, right? So please don't compare me to those other nasty people that love to go out with married people. Well, I'm sorry, but you are the exact same as those other nasty people. No matter what you try and think of yourself, you're going out with my husband, which means that you are in an affair with him. Huh? Also, the fact that you started texting me just to tell me right away that you want me to divorce him so that he can be all yours only furthers my thoughts that you might have something seriously wrong with your head. Huh? Well, if you're going to start getting upset over your own actions like that now, then go right ahead. But I'm not going to waste my time talking with you anymore. I have better things to do with myself, and that also means I've got better things to do with my husband as well. Oh, so you are planning on leaving him then? I've been aware of my husband cheating on me for some time now, and I was just getting around to wanting to find out who he might be with. Well, aren't you happy to see that he's not going out with some scary old witch behind your back? How old are you, Jewel? Me? I'm 25 years old. Oh, so you're the same age as me then. What? I happen to be 25 years old myself. There happens to be a 13-year gap between myself and my husband, and that's probably why most people think of me as a lot older than I really am. I'm sure that was the case for you too, right? Huh? You're the same age as me? Can you tell me when your birthday is? In June? I happen to have mine in September. So that means you happen to be the one just a bit older than me, right? You're lying, right? Well, it's not like that should really matter to either one of us, now should it? When it comes to you being the one that my husband's cheated on me with, age is not that important. Well, for the time being, I'm going to work on getting all the evidence of this little affair with my husband in order. And if need be, I'm going to get myself a lawyer. A lawyer? You shouldn't be surprised by any of this. I feel much better having a professional by my side as I go through the steps of divorce, especially when it has to do with my husband cheating on me. Ah, I see. Now, I'll give you a call or text when all of my things are in order on this end. I didn't expect for things to go this far with you, or for you to make such a big deal out of it, but as long as you're still thinking about getting that divorce, then I'm all right with it. I would like you to remember that I might be coming to you for more information later on, so please do not forget anything. Also, if you happen to try and do anything to mess with my evidence gathering or try to lie to me now about all of this, that is not going to end well for you, so please leave me alone. As long as you're going to get that divorce, I'll let you do whatever you need to. Hey, are you still not divorced from him yet? You said that you were going to be searching for more evidence and all, but if it's going to take you this long, then I'll just give it to you. Can you please just hurry it up and get that divorce? Look, in 2 months, your husband is supposed to be holding his 10-year anniversary party for his company, right? When the time comes, I would like to be his new wife and have him show me around to all of his business partners. As for yourself, every day longer you spend with him wanting that divorce means that you will only feel worse and worse about yourself when the time really does come to leave him. I would really not like you going to that party instead of me, all right? If things came to that, then I might have to show up and embarrass you. So please, hurry up and leave him. I think I've figured it all out now. I know what the reason is for you not getting a divorce yet. You really want to stay in that spot as the CEO's wife, don't you? You're afraid that when I steal that life of being with your money-making CEO husband who happens to have everything you could ever ask for, you'll have no luck with another man as rich as him and will have to lay down and cry for the rest of your life, right? You would also have to give up your place in that really expensive penthouse where you're able to look down on everyone like ants and call them all trash. That's why you keep holding out on this divorce, right? But you're going to have to leave him. So you'd better make it now rather than later, all right? Please and thank you. Jeez, oh please. I understand that getting this divorce is going to be very difficult for you, but the longer you wait to do it, the worse the pain will feel, right? Also, the longer you make this take, the more and more money I'm going to be asking from you in the settlement, all right? Well, I guess if you really want to be paying more, then be my guest. How about this? How about I choose the day you have to be divorced from your husband by the end of this month? In other words, in another 10 days. That happens to be the day that I need to get out of the apartment I'm currently living in and want to move into that penthouse with your man. I'll be there in the morning of that day, and that will begin the life of me living with Jacob. So hurry this up. Divorce Jacob and get out of there. Hey, Fern. Jacob is telling me that you're the one whose name is on that penthouse. There is no way something like that is normal, right? I cannot believe what I'm hearing from him. I have no reason to. There's no way a housewife like you could have the money to pay for the monthly rent on a place as luxurious as that. Are you not embarrassed by making your husband lie about something like that? I'm sure some people think that they will get the place once the divorce happens as a part of the couple's properties being split, but that hasn't happened yet. And also, I want to live in that penthouse. I am not going to let you have the place. No way. You hurry up and leave, Jacob, and then get the heck out of there. Jacob just sent me a text letting me know something amazing. He said that this afternoon he's going to be bringing your guys' divorce papers to the courthouse and will be getting that divorce. You really have been a thorn in my side this whole time. But looky here. I get to leave my apartment today and move into that penthouse with him. So I need to get to work myself preparing all my things for the big move. So, see you never. Huh? Why the hell did you just kick Jacob out of that penthouse? I just got here from my old apartment with all my things ready to move into that place, and now I'm stuck out here? My, oh my. You're finally responding to me again, huh? The other day you and Jacob had a little chat, right? The penthouse that he and I had been living in for a while now is under my name. And I told you I know that that's a lie, so I have no reason to believe you. How the hell could a housewife like you ever be able to afford a place like that in this part of town? But here's the thing. I'm not a housewife at all. What? I'm not going to go into much detail, but when my father gave me his company, that allowed me to start working from my home. Also, this penthouse was given to me after my father had passed away, as it used to be his. So I have every right to the place and will not be losing it in the divorce. Huh? So in other words, even if you think I couldn't afford this place, it wouldn't matter, as this place was given to me by my late father. Well, I'll have you give that place to me one way or another. There has to be a way to get it from you in the divorce. I already told you that this was the last day of my lease on the old apartment, right? So I am not letting you steal our home from us. Well, listen, Jewel, what did I just say to you? Huh? I said that I received this penthouse from my father when he passed away. And that was before I married Jacob even, so there's no way you're going to be able to get it from me in the divorce. So that means once this divorce is done with, my name will still be on the place. Are you kidding me? Nope. And that's why I've kicked Jacob out of here. No way. Also, the fact that the last day of your lease on that apartment has nothing to do with me. It's not my fault that you made the mistake of thinking this place was Jacob's and went ahead and ended your lease on that place. That's right. Hey, what about the settlement? What are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You and Jacob got a divorce, so you pay me that settlement. Are you okay? I just said, when you get a divorce, you have to pay Jacob and I a settlement. I've heard that it's normal for someone like you to have to pay us $30,000, so that's what I'd like from you right now. And when it comes to the properties being split in this divorce, I'd like you to give us $500,000. Now hurry it up. I'm sorry, but huh? If you are able to give me all that right now, then we don't need a stupid penthouse. We can get ourselves a lovely home to start our new life together in. So hurry it up and give me that money so that I can buy a place for us. I was planning on having my lawyer come and talk with you guys. Is that right? Well then, I'll go and ask that lawyer to hand me the paperwork for the settlement and properties that you owe both of us. Or better yet, you should get those from him. I think you are totally confused. The ones that are going to have to pay off a settlement will be both you and Jacob. Huh? And when it comes to splitting our properties, that's not happening here. Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm the one that wants to ask you what you were going on about just then. How the hell did you think that you were going to get a settlement from me? How? It should always be the woman getting the settlement, right? Pfft. That's why I'm saying I have the right to some money from you in the form of a settlement. You didn't even know about that? Well, if that's what you're going to base your claim off of, I also happen to be a woman, so where's my settlement from you at? What? Let me explain what's happening this time. I am going to be getting a settlement from the two offenders that had an affair. One settlement will be from my husband who cheated on me, and the other settlement will be from his girlfriend, you. And the person's sex has no connection to any of this. Are you serious? Then at least hand me that $500,000 that you're supposed to be giving us. Hurry up, please. Are you perhaps talking about the amount of money I received from my father in his will after he had passed away? I am. I heard all about that money from Jacob. So you're not going to get away with lying to me about how you don't have that kind of money or anything. Well, Jewel, when it comes to anything that was given to me in my father's will, it will not become a part of any property splitting after a divorce. It's the same deal as my penthouse. I got it before I even started dating Jacob, so it's none of his to have. What? I'm sure that to the average person, or someone who just has never experienced a divorce before, some of this stuff would be hard to understand. But in your case, well, you're just a complete idiot about all of this. You happen to be the same age as me, but it's like I'm talking with a first grader or something here. How have you been able to live on your own for this long? Normally, I would just give up and block you over something like this, but you've shown to me that there really might be something medically wrong with you. I'm a little worried about what's happened to your head. Huh? Wait a second. So all of that means I'm not going to be getting a settlement or $500,000 from you? And instead, I'm going to have to pay you a settlement? That's what I've been saying here. No freaking way! Also, there is one other thing to add. I know that right now you're in shock after learning some of the most basic stuff, but I'd like you to prepare yourself. For what? That company that Jacob was the CEO of, it went bankrupt. Bankrupt? Well, his company was never that big and only had about 5 people working there. And after a few years, it was always underperforming in terms of profit. Recently, however, I think he started to date you and everything, and that led to him never going into work to try and help the company recover any. Instead, he just left his employees to try and figure things out while he was out with you somewhere. And, well, soon after that, the others started to get fed up with him not caring anymore, and all of them quit at the exact same time. Apparently, they all went and started their own company and took all the customers that Jacob had with them. And because of all that, Jacob's company went under for good. What? Lies! Jewel, you still happen to be working, right? When it comes to Jacob, he's going to have to pay me the settlement in one lump payment, and that will probably clear out all his savings. Then there's also the cost of his company going bankrupt, which has put him into loads of debt. So I'm thinking that for a little while, the two of you are going to have to rely on your income to live. What the heck are you talking about? I never heard about any of this from him. But you both happen to love one another very much, right? So even without any money, you both will be all right. Oh, wait. I already left the job I had, though. Oh? I thought that I'd be going to live in that penthouse with a CEO and would never have to work in my life again. I see. And, well, now you're asking me to pay you a settlement as well. How? How am I going to be able to live when things like this are happening to me? Well, why not start by looking for a new job and making an income again? What? That's about all I have left to say to you, Jewel. In a little bit here, I believe a lawyer will be arriving to talk with you, so I'll let them take it from here. Goodbye now. No way! Wait, Fern! No! What is going on here? Right after that, my lawyer had arrived to talk with both of those delinquents. Jewel began to freak out about the fact that she had ended the lease on her old apartment that day and would have nowhere to go. But the lawyer was able to see that after she had left her previous job, she had quite a bit of money in her accounts. And it was just enough to pay me the settlement I'd ask her for. And so I was able to get all that money in one large payment. In Jacob's case, he was able to pay me in one lump sum as well, using all the savings he had. But this would come at a major cost to him, as he was planning to use that money to pay for his failed business. I guess now he'll really be stuck having to take out even more loans in order to pay the other banks. And this might become one huge cycle of him getting a loan after loan to pay off other loans, unless he gets himself a real job again and brings in something. After that had all been taken care of and my lawyer was walking away from those two, they said that Jewel and Jacob started talking about splitting. They eventually did break up and are both back living with their parents right now. And while staying at their parents' houses, they both have been put to work making back all the money they will need to pay off debts and get out of the house. Just the other day, I had crossed paths with Jewel out on the town, and compared to the last time I saw her, she no longer looked like she was the same age as me. I'm thinking that the stress of all this has really gotten to her, and that she started to age at 3 times the rate I am. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.